Hi, this is a short video introduction to Mastery Learning with Brother Matt. If you're watching this video, perhaps you are in either my physics or my theology class, or perhaps you are a parent interested in knowing how your son is learning, or perhaps you just want to know what Mastery Learning is all about. Well, Mastery Learning works like this. Now, let's say you're in a traditional classroom, and this might work for you. It might be fantastic. Maybe you give a traditional classroom 2 thumbs up, but it doesn't work for everybody. Maybe your experience of class is more like this, where a teacher just goes on and on, blah, 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 and you either say to yourself, I'm bored, or you might say to yourself, I'm lost, and not be able to do anything at all, or learn anything at all. Well, the Mastery Classroom attempts to answer those 2 problems. Somebody had the bright idea, why not have students learn at their own pace? Now, how does this work? You move on when you're ready. Here are the basics. First of all, at the beginning of each unit, I give you the goals for the unit. You have to know the goals, and then you have to complete some required assignments. If you're in my science classes, that means watching some videos, working on some problems, and doing some labs. If you're in my theology course, you watch the videos and do what's called a WSQ, which another teacher developed, Crystal Kirsch. A WSQ helps you process the video. Then you participate in discussion groups and do essays. After you do the required assignments, you are allowed to choose from a menu of assignments that continue to help you learn and master the learning objectives. Finally, once you feel as if you've mastered the objectives, you take the final assessment. Here's how grades work. First of all, there's your progress grade, and then your test or summative assessment grades. Your progress grades are 45% of your final trimester average. This is how this works. I give you a weekly progress grade, and I tell you at the beginning of the week, by the end of next week, in order to get an A, you must have completed assignments X, Y, and Z. And completed means done well. You'll get a B if you complete X and Y, and you'll get a C if you complete only one of the assignments that were given out at the beginning of the week. You will not pass that particular week if you do absolutely nothing at all. Tests work this way. Tests are 50% of your trimester average, and tests you are allowed to retake as many times as you want, actually. You must, however, get at least an 85%. In other words, you do not move on to the next unit until you have gotten an 85% on the test for that particular unit. If a student gets, say, an 86% and wants to continue to improve his score, he is allowed that opportunity, but tests are to be taken in class only, and students should be aware that retaking tests too many times will negatively affect their progress grade. Now, this is actually still under construction. I have done this in my science classes, and it has worked very well, but this is the first year that we're doing it in theology. Now, you might ask why we're using this method in theology classes, and I'm doing it for the following reasons. First of all, and the most important reason, is that my theology classes have mixed ability levels. I have students of all different capabilities and backgrounds in the theology classes. They're not just honors classes or just foundations classes. They have every level. And Flipped Mastery allows me to reach every student at his level and to help him succeed, to learn. So I'm able to challenge the honor students without actually assigning them any more work, and I'm able to help students who need some more help as well by using this method. Secondly, I'm also doing it because it has been very successful in the physics classes I teach. And finally, students have requested it. So we are still working out the details, but we've got a reasonable structure for it right now, and hopefully any changes that will be made will be minor. Thank you very much for watching, and welcome to Brother Matt's Flipped Mastery class.